Children, welcome in the session of quadratic equation. Let us learn what is quadratic equation. Any equation which is of the form of ax squared plus bx plus c equals 0 is a quadratic equation. In this you can see the variable x has got highest power 2. So this is very necessary that the equation which is a quadratic equation must have the variables highest power 2. And a, b, c all are the coefficient of x square, b is the coefficient of x and c is the constant term. Wherein a, b, c all are real numbers, but a shall never be equal to 0. To have some illustration of quadratic equation, we have two equations over here. Let us compare these two equations with the standard form of the quadratic equation so that we could decide whether the written equation is a quadratic or not. The equation is 6x squared plus 11x plus 5 equals 0. Let us compare it with the standard form. That is ax squared plus bx plus c equals 0. In this you can see this 6 is equal to a, 11 is equal to b and 5 is the constant term. So we have a, b, c all real numbers and the equation's variables highest power is 2. So it is an example of quadratic equation. One more example. 10x squared plus 7x plus c. You can see this 10 is what? Is a, 7 is b and 3 is c. So this equation, the highest power of the highest degree of the variable x is again 2. So it is also one example of quadratic equation. But let us go back to the condition which was given for the quadratic equation, that a, b, c all should be a real number, wherein a shall never be a 0. Let us, in the same equation, first one, let us substitute the value of a with 0. For 6, which was a ka value, now I have substituted it with 0. So this is 0 into x squared plus 11x plus 5. b and c both remains same. There is no change in the value of b and c, but a I have made it 0. So 0 into x squared will give you 0 plus 11x plus 5. Now compare this equation with the standard form of quadratic equation. ax squared plus bx plus c. Do you find x squared term over here? Is it not missing? Yeah, it's missing. For x squared it is 0 here. So it can't be compared, it is not a quadratic equation. It is ultimately it becomes a linear equation. This is 11x plus 5. You can see the highest power of the variable x is 1 only. So it's not a quadratic equation. It becomes a linear equation. That is why a shall never be 0. If a becomes 0, it doesn't remain a quadratic equation. It becomes a linear equation. Now let us try with substitution of the value b equals 0. When we put it b equals 0 in the same equation, so 6x squared as it is. There is no change in the value of a. b for 11 I have written 0. 0 into x plus 5 equals 0. 6 squared as it is, 8 squared plus 0 into x becomes 0. So the middle term over here becomes 0 and the constant remains as it is. So 6 squared plus 5 equals 0. Though the middle term bx is missing out over here, but still you can see the highest degree of the variable x remains 2 only. So it's still a quadratic equation. The third case, when we substitute c with 0 in the same equation, 6x squared first term as it is, bx as it is 11x plus c is 0. So it becomes 6x squared plus 11x equals to 0. The equation which you got now, this equation also has got highest degree of the variable x is 2. So it can also be a quadratic equation wherein the constant term is missing, is 0. Now here under we have a set of equations from which you have to identify which equation is a quadratic equation and which one is not a quadratic equation. So begin with the first one. It is x cubed minus x squared minus x equals 0. Is it a quadratic equation? Let us compare with the standard form, which is ax squared plus bx plus c equals 0. So in this you can see the x cubed term which has got its highest power 3 which is not at all there in the quadratic equation. The highest power is 2 only. So it can't be a quadratic equation. It is not a quadratic equation. Next, y square minus root 7y plus 4 equals 0. It's a quadratic equation in variable y. You can see the highest degree of variable y is 2. And dy plus c equals 0. Here it is, there is a small confusion. It's root 7, the coefficient of y, which can be because root 7 is also a real number. So it is a quadratic equation. X minus 1 upon x is equal to 0. Just solve it. X square minus 1 upon x equals 0, which give you x square minus 1 equals 0. So this equation can also be written like this, and ultimately it is x square minus 1 equals 0. So here you can see the highest degree of variable x is 2. So it's also a quadratic equation. X square minus 4. Highest degree of the variable x is 2. So this is also a quadratic equation. Only the middle term dx is missing out. That can. So it's a quadratic equation. What about n minus 3 into n minus 4? To know it exactly whether it's a quadratic equation or not, we'll have to solve this. N square minus 4n minus 3n plus 12 equals 0, which implies n square minus 7n plus 12 equals 0. Now n minus 3n into n minus 4 can also be written this way, which is a quadratic equation in variable n. You can see the variable is n and the highest degree of variable n is 2. So it is also quadratic equation. What about x square minus 3x equals 4? The highest degree of x is 2 and the middle term is bx. C is missing out. So C can be 0. It's a real, ABC should be a real number. A shall never be equal to 0. So this is also quadratic equation. Now, for any equation, when we try to solve it, that means when we try to find out the value of x, for the same thing, same equation, let us try to find out the value of x. How we can find it? This is how to find the solution of quadratic equation. X square plus 5x plus 6 is a quadratic equation. When you compare this equation, you can see the coefficient of x square is not there, so it's understood it's 1, a is 1 and c is 6. So to solve it, what we do, the coefficient of x square, which is a, is multiplied to the constant term. So a is multiplied to c. So a is 1 here and c is 6. You multiply 1 into 6. You get it 6. Now for AC, find out the two such factors of AC which either after addition or after subtraction gives you the middle term b, which is the coefficient of x. So 6, the factors are 2 and 3. Do they give us after addition the middle term coefficient 5, that is b? Yeah, they do give us. So x square plus 2x plus 3x. 5x can be written this way, 2x plus 3x plus 6 equals to 0. What we did exactly, we split the term bx, and that is why this method of solving the quadratic equation is called splitting method or factorization method. Why it is factorization method? Because we factorize this AC. That is why it is also called factorization method of solving the quadratic equation. Now x square plus 2x plus 3x plus 6 can be grouped into two pairs. X square plus 2x is one pair and the 3x plus 6 is one pair. From this you can see x square plus 2x, x can be taken common. So that is taken x. Now what remains? X, and for the second term it remains 2 only. Plus, from these two terms 3 can be taken as common. So I have taken 3 common. For the first term x remains and plus 6 it 2 remains. Now these are again two terms. Can you see that x plus 2 is common in both the terms? So x plus 2 is again taken common, and from the first term x remains and plus from the second term 3 remains. So you got now linear equation, two linear equations. If you assume them to be a and b, a into b equals 0. This is only and only possible when either of any one of the two a and b is equal to 0. So x plus 2 is equal to 0 or x plus 3. Out of these two, any one is 0, then only the product can be obtained as 0. So when x plus 2 is equal to 0, x is minus 2. Or if x plus 3 is equal to 0, then x is equal to minus 3. So x equals minus 2 and minus 3 are the roots of the equation, which is also called solution of the equation. Thank you.